Hey everyone, this is smpratte, and today we're going to take a look at Gary's extra cards. Yes, these are his extra cards. It's going to be a kid in the candy shop situation. There's a lot to look at here. As you can tell by these labels, we have graded cards all the way from first edition base to the Nintendo era. We have some Japanese stuff. We have some stuff that we need to send to PSA. We actually have some uncut sheets too. I don't know if you can see these. Some very unique uncut sheets. That Full Art Mewtwo and Regigigas. These are something that, again, are the extras of what Gary has. So I think I'm going to start with this graded box right here. I'm going to try and pull a couple in this video so we can look at some graded cards and ungraded as well. But let's take a look at this box. It has Charizard and Clefairy, and I'm hoping it's going to be good old base set Charizard, which it is. If you like base set Charizard, here's a 9. PSA 9 base set Charizard. Here's another 9. PSA Charizard. And then here's another. And we have, I think, at least one more. There we go. We can just start zooming through these. So these are all the extra PSA 9 Charizards that Gary has. Oh, there we go. Now we got to an 8.5. Oh, no, wait. There's another mint. There's another 9. So these are probably pretty much all the Charizards you'll see in one PWCC block now, one auction block. But again, these are cards that Gary has that are extras. There's something he's probably going to list at some point. And one thing I noticed with Gary's cards, we're just going to pull one out here at random. One thing I noticed with his is that they are very strong. He does not have any weak graded cards. And that's for one big reason. Gary does not regrade whatsoever. He just sends them in one and done. And, you know, it's somewhat of a disservice for himself, but as we know, certain sellers have a good and bad reputation out there, and Gary is one of those who has that reputation of having these strong grades, as you can see with these 9s. I'm sure a lot of people would pay a premium because they have that chance to regrade. That's something that we see a lot now in the hobby. There's plenty of cards that people will be like, hey, you know, I have that same card. Why'd this one go for $100, $500, $1,000 more? And that's because of the strength of the grade. So as you can tell, these are all pretty strong Charizards. They definitely earned the mint title. And if you're wondering why he has so many, one of the conversations I had with Gary is that he opened up about 100 base set boxes. Yes, that's correct. 100 boxes back in the day. And that's why his cards are pretty much all 9s. We'll keep going back here. I think we got, what do we have here? Let's pull his Charizards out again for some space. So we got Gyarados here. So that's a 10. We got another 10. One more 10. Let's get another 10. Let's keep going. Let's try our luck. Maybe another 10. There we go. One more. Okay. All right. Still going. A couple more 10s. There we go. Let's just start flipping. Oh, yep. Still doing 10s. Yeah, all those are Gyarados 10 cards. What is that, like 20? 15 or 20 Gyarados PSA 10s. One of the main reasons he has so many of these is, again, because he broke those boxes down and sent these in straight from packs. And as we know, Base Unlimited is a little bit more forgiving than First Edition and Shadowless. So this is pretty much the purest way to grade cards. I think these are the least touched base cards out there because majority of them were just sent in straight from packs. So there you go. You're getting the gist. These couple boxes are going to be a lot of base set hollows. Hitmonchan, a couple of 10s. Oh, there we go. Getting a little more modest with the 9s. And we have another box here as well. I'm assuming it's going to be similar. If you like Blastoise like myself, we have a few Blastoise PSA 9 cards as well. Another one. See if we can keep going. Maybe get 10 here. Nice even 10. There we go. So yeah, this is very same situation where these are probably all from those boxes back in the day. Look at that nice, clean hollow. That's what you're always going to expect on those mint 9s. And then this one is strong as well. And then we'll just wrap up, look at the chances, and then we'll go and get a couple more boxes and look at something a little different. Now it's just getting out of control. This is just getting ridiculous. Are there even 8s in this entire thing? There's only 10 and 9s in this whole box. So some of these are going to be the first time I've seen them. I looked at a couple of Gary's, items he's had over the years, done some bigger deals with him, and I'd never imagined that he actually had this much just in spare inventory. This isn't even his collection. These are just the extras. So let's go take a look at some other stuff. We can look at these choices that we got over here. Let's try to find some ungraded. We have airs, some English non-hollows. There's some ungraded. Oh, here we go. This one looks ungraded. This one might be ungraded. I think this might be ungraded. Let's take a look at this and see what we have. Send to PSA. Let's see what Gary sends to PSA. So right away, we got some first edition. Put this on a light. First edition base non-hollows, probably the most attractive for sure. Can't spell first edition base without that last. So this is one of the probably most popular trader cards, first edition base. And I actually bought a ton of first edition base product from Gary. Probably one of the largest purchases for first edition base. I actually mentioned in that video, and a lot of it was ungraded. And again, he is super strict with his condition. Whenever you see these dots, these, like this one is not going to be as mint as these other two. It's very critical condition, and these are going to be something that he finds wrong. So when you see one dot, usually one or two dots, that's probably a 9, because he'll just find one little tiny thing and put that dot on there. So definitely one of the more critical pre-graders in the game. Oh, here's some interesting cards. These are actually... This one's not a Pokemon card, but this one has that misprint right here that should not be in the center on that Yu-Gi-Oh card. Here's another pretty cool one as well. I know this isn't Pokemon, but I think we all recognize this little bit right here. This is the side of the sheet that definitely should not be on this. This was from the 2001 Upper Deck Golf release, which featured Tiger Woods' rookie card. And this is a severe miscut. So Reggie G God, Joe, if you are watching this, this is probably a card you'd like to have in your collection. It's not a Pokemon card, but maybe this part is. Maybe it's like 1/4 Pokemon. But there you go. Those are some of the cards that he's sending in. Let's start to look at these other ones. Got some Neos. Oh, there we go. Hello. I think that's a pretty good card. It's not a bad card. Doesn't look to be mint, but still is something. Basically, if you have a first edition Charizard at this point that is actually first edition Charizard, you should send it to PSA. So if you have a PSA 1 of this, or 2 condition, if there's at least 1 dog bite, that's still fine. So this is definitely gradable. Anything at this point now should be sent to PSA. Here's a nice Latios. That's the actual soft sleeve, not the card. And then here is, unfortunately, the poor Ninetales. This is probably an Air Ninetales that was rejected by PSA. They recently stopped putting the distinction on there and stopped grading them. So that's one we'll have to try and rectify. Now, this is a Gold Star Charizard. I don't know if you guys watched the other video where we mentioned Gary just found a Gold Star Charizard in this thing, actually the ottoman that we're on top of right now. So this opens up. This ottoman opens up, and this was just in there for some reason. And as you can tell, we'll try to give you a close-up view here. This thing is a beaut. There's nothing wrong with it. Crispy clean. I mean, even the most cynical person can't say this is going lower than a 9. So yeah, this was that Charizard we were talking about in the video that he found, and he had no idea where it came from. So what a nice problem to have. And then we just have some Japanese E-Series card, more baseball as well. This is something that he... Oh, here we go. This is the stack earlier with Blaine's Moltres. But yeah, and then he's going to put these together. Here's a few more Japanese E-Series. You can kind of get the idea. Then some more sports. And I think this is just his current... You know, I think how a lot of people do this, they put the current cards they're going to do. And we always have a backlog of others that, you know, will grade down the road. So I'm sure these are the ones that are probably going to go to PSA relatively soon. They have the priority, their first class. But yeah, that's pretty much it. One thing else I'll show you before we close, a couple of these sheets here. I don't know if you could see them in this light, but we got a Yu-Gi-Oh! Got a nice Yu-Gi-Oh! Back here. See again those colors we talked about on that Tiger Woods card. There you go. You can see that on the side too. And then probably one of the more popular, oh here we go. Got another Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. One of the more popular sheets, or I guess one of the more unique sheets, is this Mewtwo Reggie G. Gosh sheet. I mean, trying to zoom out on this thing. it's just all full arts. It is just full of full art. So again, this is the spare that Gary has. These were posted. I remember he posted about this in E4 years ago. This is probably 2014 maybe. And this is a pretty big find. I have seen very few actual modern sheets. Let me try to get close up there on that hollow. See how it's got that rainbow effect going. This is something that you don't see that often. It's pretty surprising for a Mewtwo collector like myself. It's something I would be interested in, but I know it's one of those niche items. It's tough to really put a market value on. But yeah, he's the owner. I think he has the most pristine copies as well. I know he sold a spare one he had, or a couple, and these are by far the cleanest of that batch. But then yeah, he's got a couple others in here. I think we've seen the jungles. These are these are basically just child's play compared to, you know, some of the other sheets. And we had a couple over here in the videos as well with the first edition base, and then another one of the Mewtwo and Regigigas. So there you go. That is round one of Gary's inventory. I'll try to make another video where we just go through and look at some of these other cards, because there are a ton. There's a lot to look at. I'm going to try to get one of these big boys in the next video. We're going to do some of those sealed product packages down there. So there you go, guys. Hopefully this is entertaining. Like I said, I'm going to try to do a couple others. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Until next time.